Today we're going to arm you with insider tips to avoid these tourist traps and make the most of your travels. So, what exactly is a tourist trap and why do they exist? Well, a tourist trap is essentially a place where more tourists than locals go. These places are often overrated and overpriced, offering less authentic experiences. Imagine a restaurant in a popular city, serving dishes that aren't native to the culture, but instead cater to the palates of outsiders. Or think of a souvenir shop selling mass-produced knickknacks at exorbitant prices, as opposed to local handmade crafts. But why do these traps exist? Quite simply, they're lucrative. Tourists are an easy target because they're unfamiliar with the local area and culture. They're often eager to experience everything they can, and businesses thrive on this enthusiasm. This often leads to inflated prices and subpar experiences as the focus shifts from quality to quantity. But don't worry, not all hope is lost. Now that we know what tourist traps are and why they're so prevalent, let's explore how to avoid them. Ready to outsmart those tourist traps? Here are some practical tips to help you do just that. First things first, do your research. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's your secret weapon against tourist traps. Look for trustworthy travel blogs, local guides, or forums where natives share their own hidden gems and off-the-beaten-path recommendations. This will give you a more authentic and less touristy experience. Next, avoid peak times. Popular tourist spots are usually packed during the day, especially in the high season. Try visiting early in the morning or late in the afternoon. Not only will you dodge the crowds, but you'll also get a different perspective and a chance to enjoy the place more peacefully. Now let's talk about food and drinks. Try to steer clear of restaurants and bars right next to major attractions. They're often overpriced and the quality may not match up. Instead, venture into the local neighborhoods. Look for places where the locals are dining. This way, you'll get to taste authentic cuisine at a better price. Moving on, consider using public transportation or even walking. Yes, those hop-on, hop-off tour buses may seem convenient, but you'll miss out on the real city vibes. Public transport gives you a chance to rub shoulders with locals and see the city from a different angle. And walking around lets you explore at your own pace, stumble upon hidden gems, and truly soak in the atmosphere. Lastly, don't forget to question everything. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Be wary of freebies or heavily discounted offers. They're often a lure to get you into a shop or restaurant where you'll end up spending more than you bargained for. Remember, the key to avoiding tourist traps is to stay informed, be aware, and always question if something seems too good to be true. So, there you have it, a handy guide to avoid falling prey to tourist traps. We've discussed how to recognize these traps, why they exist, and most importantly, how to dodge them. Remember, being informed is your strongest shield against overpriced souvenirs and crowded attractions. Knowing the culture, researching about the place, and asking locals for advice can greatly enhance your travel experience. With these tips in hand, you're now ready to explore popular cities like a true local. Safe travels and keep exploring.